Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tear down one of the most famous ideas in psychology and build something new and, frankly, a lot more useful in its place.
You know the one I'm talking about, right? You've seen it in textbooks and business presentations. It's everywhere. Maslow's famous pyramid of needs. It's practically a symbol for human potential.
And the story it tells is, well, it's pretty straightforward. You start at the bottom, right? You got to get your basic needs met. Food, water, shelter. Then you move up a level to safety. Once that's sorted, you look for love and belonging. Then comes esteem. And finally, if you make it all the way up, you hit the jackpot, self-actualization. It's this clean, step-by-step climb to the top.
Okay, but here's the twist. What if the guy who came up with this whole thing, Abraham Maslow himself, realized there was a huge, critical flaw in his own famous model?
Yeah, in his later years, Maslow hit a wall. He found this paradox that basically turned his entire theory on its head. He started to think that the whole goal of building a strong self, of self-actualization, was actually just a stepping stone to letting it go.
The paradox was this. How can someone be super individualistic, with a strong sense of who they are, but also be completely selfless? He looked at the most amazing, fulfilled people he could find, and he noticed they all had this in common. They had this rock-solid sense of self, for sure. But what drove them wasn't selfish at all. It was these huge, universal values that went way beyond just them. Things like justice, or beauty, or truth. And this is where the story gets, well, kind of tragic. Maslow was just 62. He was right in the middle of grappling with this incredible new idea, and he died. Just like that. A sudden heart attack. And with him went this crucial, unfinished chapter in how we understand what it even means to be human.
So that leaves us all with this massive question, doesn't it? A question modern psychology is only now starting to really tackle. If life isn't a pyramid we're supposed to climb, then what in the world is it?
All right, so let's get into it. To really answer that question, we need a whole new metaphor. Not a static, rigid pyramid, but something dynamic. Something that can handle the real messiness of life.
And that new metaphor? It's a sailboat. Think about it. Instead of climbing, you're navigating. You're out on the vast open sea of life with all its storms, its calm patches, its beauty, and its unpredictability.
And this really gets to the heart of the difference, doesn't it? The pyramid is all about deficiency. It's about what you don't have. You're always climbing away from something. But the sailboat? That's about growth. It's a holistic, dynamic way of moving through the world. I mean, you don't climb a sailboat, right? You learn to work with it, to navigate the journey.
So where do we start? Well, this journey doesn't begin with that first step up a ladder. It begins with building a boat that's actually strong enough for the voyage. We're talking about the hull.
This hull, the very body of your boat, stands for your security needs. And here's the key. These aren't just some lower-level needs you check off and forget about. No way. This is the fundamental structure that keeps you afloat, whether the seas are rough or calm.
So what's this boat made of? Let's think of it as being built from 3 essential planks. First up is safety, that feeling that your world is predictable, that you can trust it. Then you've got connection. And this isn't just about having friends, it's about real intimacy, high-quality relationships. And the third plank is self-esteem, that stable, internal sense of your own worth and competence.
Now, what happens when these needs aren't met? When your boat has holes in it? Well, your entire world shrinks. Maslow had a name for this, the deficiency realm. It's like your vision gets warped by everything you're missing. Your whole being just screams out, feed me, love me, respect me.
But here's the thing. A strong, secure boat isn't built just to sit in the harbor and look pretty. It's built to get out there, catch the wind, and explore.
And that's where your sail comes in. The sail represents your growth needs. It's that part of you that's itching for adventure, for discovery, for a deeper meaning. It's the engine that propels you forward on your journey.
So how do you actually open your sail? It really comes down to 3 things. First, exploration. Being curious, open to new experiences, saying yes to adventure. Second is love, but a really specific kind. Maslow called it be-love, which stands for being love. It's not the needy, deficiency kind of love that asks, what can I get? It's a mature love that asks, what can I give? And third, you need a purpose. A cause, a mission, something outside of your own skin that you can dedicate yourself to.
And when you make that shift, when you really start to open your sail, Maslow said it's like replacing a clouded lens with a clear one. You move into what he called
the being realm. Suddenly, you're not being pushed around by fear and insecurity. You start seeing the world and yourself with this incredible clarity and acceptance and even awe.
Okay, so this is absolutely crucial. Security and growth, they aren't separate levels on a pyramid you climb one after the other. Your boat and your sail, they're not two different objects. They are one single integrated system, and they have to work together.
Life becomes this constant dance between security and growth. When the seas are calm and you feel safe, you can open your sail wide and explore. But when a storm hits, you furl the sail. You batten down the hatches, and you focus on keeping your boat secure. See, transcendence isn't some destination you arrive at. It's the skill of sailing your vessel through all of it.
Let's just kind of map this out. When you're feeling insecure, what do? You cling to the boat. Your whole focus is just survival. But as you build that security and start to grow, you feel safe enough to open your sail, to catch the wind. And then there's transcendence. That's when you become a truly masterful sailor. And here's the beautiful part. Your impact changes. By navigating your own journey skillfully, you're not just moving yourself forward. You actually start to raise the tide for all the other sailboats out there.
So this totally reframes the whole question of personal development, right? Forget asking what level am I on? What if instead we started asking how much of my sail is open today? It's not a rigid climb anymore. It's a dynamic, hopeful, lifelong voyage of discovery. So I'll leave you with that. How open is your sail?